All right, so today we're doing a deep dive into the great photo editing escape, trying to break free from that Adobe subscription.
Exactly. And we're looking at sources comparing two of the biggest contenders out there, Luminar Neo and ON1 PhotoRAW 2026.
The mission seems simple. Both are promising these amazing AI features. Both say they can replace Lightroom and Photoshop, and they both have that really tempting $99 price tag.
It does seem simple, but okay, let's just get right into this because the source material, it shows this massive gap,
A gap.
a huge one. On Trustpilot, ON1 has a respectable 4-star rating. Luminar Neo, it's sitting at a disastrous 1.9 stars.
Wow. Okay, 1.9.
And that right there is the thread we're going to pull on to find out what's really going on.
So let's start with that 1.9-star experience. Luminar Neo, the whole pitch is about, creative shortcuts. It's that one-click magic editor.
Right. For people who want instant results, instant sky replacement, quick portrait touch-ups, that sort of thing.
It sounds great on paper.
It does, until you read the fine print. See, even if you buy what they call the perpetual license, a lot of their best tools, the really standout ones, are sold separately.
Oh, as extensions?
Exactly. Paid extensions. You're looking at another $24, maybe $30 each. Or you can get a pack for $299.
So you buy the software, but you don't. You don't actually get all of it?
Not even close. And here's the real kicker. Those big, flashy, generative AI features they advertise, they expire.
What?
They stop working after 1 year.
Wait, on a perpetual license?
Yes, and that feeds directly into the horror stories we're seeing in the user reviews. Constant crashes, freezing, the program just locking up.
I saw one of those. A reviewer was stuck in a 22-day support ticket chain.
22 days. And the workaround they found. They had to remove and then re-import every single one of their images one by one just to get back into their catalog.
That's not a workaround. That's a nightmare.
And what's really fascinating here, the thing that I think explains that low rating, is the lifecycle problem. Skylum, the company, they discontinued older versions, Luminar 3, 4, AI, after just 18 months.
18 months for a perpetual product.
Gone. You bought it forever, and a year and a half later, it's unsupported. You can see why people are angry.
Okay, so that's the 1.9-star failure.
Yeah.
It's a rental agreement with bad terms.
Pretty much. Now let's flip over to ON1 PhotoRAW 2026. This one is very different. It's a much more traditional professional tool.
Right, we're talking true Photoshop-style layers, blend modes, advanced masking.
And pro features like focus stacking, HDR merge, and crucially, all their main AI tools, Super Select, No Noise, Resize, they're all included in that base $99 price.
Their organization is way better too, right? It has an actual digital asset management system, a DAM, keywords, metadata, facial detection, not just basic albums like Luminar.
And for anyone shooting in a studio, it has built-in tethered shooting for Canon and Nikon. That's a huge professional feature that Luminar just doesn't have.
But, 4 stars isn't 5 stars. It's not perfect.
Not at all. Users still report freezing on startup, really slow rendering, images getting stuck in low resolution. Some people can't even get the 2026 version to launch at all.
And I saw reports that the interface is just clunky, a really steep learning curve. Even their generative erase tool is hit or miss, leaving these weird blurry patches.
So when you put it all together, the sources show this really critical pattern. Both companies are marketing perpetual licenses, but they're also pushing subscriptions.
And both are delivering software that's described as buggy, slow, and frustrating unless you have a really powerful computer.
Exactly.
So that's the answer then. The low price is what you get for software that technically works until suddenly it doesn't.
Which I think brings us to the big picture takeaway for you, the person listening to this. When you're evaluating any of these perpetual licenses for creative software, you have to ask yourself a question.
And that is,
How much is that promise of ownership really worth? If the cutting-edge features, specifically those AI and generative tools you're buying it for, are just designed to expire after a year anyway, it forces you right back into paying again. That's the real question you have to answer before you click buy.